Yahushai, Barakate Hao, Barakate Yahushai, Barakate Hao, Barakate Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim out there who are sincerely pushing this word. We're laboring in the vineyard for that penny a day. Salutations, peace, and blessings to the elect of the nation of Israel, the 1/3 whom the Lord will have mercy upon on his return, who may be scattered among these other nations, looking like these other nations, but who are the descendants, the true descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, whom the Lord will sift from among these nations, first with the truth, and then physically when he returns, with his holy angels. This lesson is going to be an exhortation and a reminder for brothers to endure unto the end, and to not forget that just because you have done some good today, that's enough, right? Matter of fact, I want to start off with a quote. Let me see if I can get it up here. Quote about complacency. All right, so there's a couple here that I want to bring out, so all right, so this is one by Agmandino. It says, I will not allow yesterday's success to lull me into today's complacency, for this is the great foundation of failure. Right, so we can't tell ourselves that, yes, we have done so many videos in the past. Yes, we have done so much for brothers in the past. We have gone out in the highways and the byways, for X amount of years, and think that that's enough, It's not enough, right? We can't be complacent with the works that we have done. We have to continue doing the work until we can say, just like our big brother Yahushai, it is finished, right? We have to be able to do that, right? So there's another one here. Complacency is the deadly enemy of spiritual progress. The contented soul is the stagnant soul. Because if you are content with things that you have already done, then you won't push to continue to do those things, And then what happens? Then you lose the oil, right? You don't abide in the scriptures anymore. So you shrivel up and you die. And then before you know it, you're out of the truth. Why? Because you were complacent in things that you already done, and you were confident and comfortable thinking that, whatever you have already done was enough. But it's not, It's not enough to do and then stop. Right? This race that we're in is not about speed. It's about endurance. It's about just finishing the race. No matter how slow you go, you sincerely run that race and end it, It's not about those who run the race, but those who finish it. Right? So let's get into a few precepts, and hopefully this will be edifying to the elect. Matthew 24, and I'll start from verse 45. Who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord hath made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season? Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. And that's the point right there. Blessed is that servant whom, when his Lord cometh, shall find so doing. Present tense. Right? So we have to be still in the truth, still laboring when this thing comes down, Right? The Lord will not ask you, what have you done before? It's what you're doing now, Right? What is your present state? Verily I say unto you that he shall make him ruler over all his goods. But if that evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delays it coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants, and to eat and drink with the drunken, the Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware of, and shall cut him asunder and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Let's move on to our next precept. This one is very well known, right? Luke chapter 9, verse 61, and I'll read on to 62. And another also said, Lord, I will follow thee, but first let me go bid them farewell which are at home in my house. And Yahushua said unto him, no man, having put his hand to the plow, meaning started this work, started this labor, right? Started building this spiritual house, and looking back is fit for the kingdom, right? So once you start this work, once you have made the conscious decision to put your hand to the plow, to be a prophet, to be a servant of Yahushai, that's for life, That's for life. It's not a temporary vocation, It's not something that you do and then stop. It's not something that you do half-heartedly, right? This is your definition. This is what defines you. Once you decide to walk this path, yo, this defines who you are. It defines how you act. It defines how you think. It defines how you deal with people, right? It defines everything about you, right? Otherwise, you're not worthy, yo, right? 2 Peter 2, and I'll start from verse 20. For if after they have escaped the pollutions of the world through the knowledge of the Lord and Savior Yahushua HaMashiach, they are again entangled therein and overcome, and the latter end is worse with them than the beginning, for it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness than after they have known it to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them. But it is happened unto them according to the true proverb, the dog is turned to his own vomit again, and the soul that was washed to her wallowing in the mire. We have seen countless examples of men who have fallen out of this truth, right? Myself, been in this thing over 10 years, right? We have seen countless men who have been proud, who were diligent, very capable teachers, on fire for this truth, and then boom, because of pride or something else, right? They fall out of this truth, yo. And where are they now? Where are they now, yo? Will their works be remembered? No, it won't, yo. No, it won't. Matthew chapter 13, verse 19. When anyone hears the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked one and casteth it away that which was sown in his heart. This was he who received seed by the wayside. But he that received the seed unto stony ground, stony places, the same is he that heareth the word and anon with joy receiveth it. Yet hath he not root in himself, but endureth only for a while. For when tribulation or persecution ariseth because of the word, by and by he is offended. We can't be of the number who endured for a while, yo. Right? Do you think your works will be remembered? This is what the Lord had to say, yo. This is what the Lord has to say. Ezekiel 18, verse 21. But if the wicked will turn from all his sins that he has committed and keep all my statutes and do that which is lawful and right, he shall surely live, he shall not die. All his transgressions that he hath committed, they shall not be mentioned unto him. In his righteousness that he hath done shall he live. Right? So we who have turned from our unrighteousness, from our ignorance, from our darkness in the world and come to the truth, if we endure unto the end, only our righteousness which we have done while in the truth will be remembered. Your transgressions will be forgotten. Right? Verse 24. But when the righteous turneth away from his righteousness and committeth iniquity and doeth according to all the abominations that the wicked man doeth, shall he live? All his righteousness that he hath done shall not be mentioned. In his trespass that he has trespassed, and in his sin that he hath sinned, in them shall he die, yo. This is what the Lord has said, yo. Right? Verse 26. Matter of fact, let me read verse 25 too. Yet ye say the way of the Lord is not equal. Hear now, O Lord, O house of Israel, is not my way equal? Are not your ways unequal? When a righteous man turneth away from his righteousness and committed iniquity, and dieth in them, for his iniquity that he hath done shall he die. Again, when the wicked man turneth from his wickedness that he has committed, and doeth that which is lawful and right, he shall save his soul alive. Because he considereth and turneth away from all his transgressions that he committed, he shall surely live, he shall not die. Right? So it doesn't matter if you were in the truth for 20 years and then you fell out, right? All your works for 20 years does not matter anymore because you have turned from your righteousness, yo. Right? Hebrews chapter 10, and I'll start from verse 35. Read on down to 39, the end of the chapter. Cast not away therefore your confidence, which hath great recompense of reward. For ye have need of patience. After that ye have done the will of God, ye might receive the promise. For yet a little while, and he shall come, and he that shall come will come and will not tarry. No, the just shall live by faith. And here's the point. But if any man draw back, my soul have no pleasure in him. For we are not of them who draw back unto perdition, right? But of them that believe in the saving of the soul. Right? We are not of them who draw back. We can't be of them who draw back, yo. We have to be of them who endure to the end. Right? Matthew chapter 24, verse 13. Right? But he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved. Not he that endured for a while, like the one in Matthew 13, but the one that endured unto the end. And if you go to the Greek word for endure to the end, it's a phrase. It means to tarry behind, to remain, i.e. abide, not recede or flee, to persevere. Let's look up that word persevere. To continue in course of action, even in the face of difficulty or with little or no indication or success, right? So to persevere under misfortunes and trials, to hold fast to one's faith in Yahushua, right? To endure, to bear bravely and calmly ill treatments. Right, let's jump on down to the last precepts and then we'll wrap up. This is Revelation chapter 3, right? And I'll start from verse 11, right? Behold, I come quickly. Hold fast that thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power, and he shall go no more out. I will write upon him the name of my power, the name of the city of my power, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down from heaven out of my power, and I will write upon him my new name. Right? Let's look up that word overcometh. Him that overcometh. So the word here is to conquer, to carry off the victory, to come off victorious of Yahushua, victorious over all his foes. Here's the point. Boom. Of Christians, which Christians are Israelites, right? That hold fast their faith unto death, right? Unto the end against the power of their foes, temptations, and persecutions, right? So we have to be of them who have overcome, yo, right? In order to get the glory. We can't just do it for a while and then stop. Brothers have to endure. Even if you go slowly, even if you only make one video a week, if you sincerely are in this truth, you sincerely love Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and the brotherhood, right? Endure to the end, and you'll be delivered, yo. Call Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Rakakodash, for give me the spirit to do this lesson. Hopefully this lesson was edifying. Shalom.